Buy the freaking dip. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Good evening, everybody. How are we doing? How's everybody doing? Let's do a brief audio and visual check. Good evening, morning, afternoon, depending on where you are at. So Trader, how are you? Sun-kissed Yogi. I think I'm saying that correct. Coach Hoop in the house. Sounds great. Sounds good. Well, let's just jump to it, shall we? Before we get started, as always, in the YouTube chat, there's our Top Step risk disclosure. Everything that we go over, everything I talk about is for educational purpose only. It's not a signals class. It is not financial advice. We all know trading has its risks. We know that. We definitely know that, right? As traders, if you've been around for a while, you understand that maybe all too well. Flyer Jim, let's go through this. Before we get started, I'm just going to start this one off quick and early. Let's set a like goal of 600 likes tonight, and I'll share you a banger trade I took during the New York session. Banger trade. We'll see. We'll do a deep dive analysis of a trade I did take. Actually, we'll do two trades. Two trades I took during the New York session. If we could get to 600 likes tonight, so 2 for the price of 1 for tonight's stream. Good evening. Good evening. Now, yeah, let's get to these charts, right? Let's get to these markets. Well, traders continue to join in. Isaiah, yeah, we'll find them somewhere, right? Traders will continue to join in throughout this. Let's do our regular rapid fire. I take a look at the NASDAQ, and then I will jump over to gold. Gold has been the market to trade during this time of night. We had a great trade last night. If you tuned in. Coach Jay and we were in the middle of a great trade during slow markets. I know it's my show, right? I know slow markets is like, okay, this is my baby, this is my show, it's my favorite time to trade, and not that I don't have enough positive things to say about slow markets, but last night demonstrated an exact reason why I absolutely love this time of night and why I find so much value on what I've been doing here. So a little bit of, what do they call it? Patting myself in my own back. But yeah, there's some amazing value to be had, even if you don't trade it, right? If you don't trade slow markets, that's okay. Lock yourself out. Don't put money at risk. Don't put your account at risk if you struggle to trade slow markets. You could just tune in, sit back, relax, enjoy dinner, wherever you're at from around the world. Maybe it's breakfast for you. Ask a question. I answer questions. Maybe review some statistics tonight. And yeah, you could find just as much value, even if you don't trade slow markets. These same concepts, the same technical analysis, risk management, trade management that I do in slow markets is the same when I do it in fast markets. The difference is time frame and speed, right? Slow markets is typically more slow and fast markets are a lot quicker. So let's jump in. Let's start doing this analysis, the rapid fire daily chart. Start on the daily here in the NASDAQ. We've had that nice rally, and I've been saying this, hey, we are due for a pullback. And, sure enough, we are getting a pullback. And we're seeing one as we speak. Now, how deep of a pullback? We don't know, right? We do not know how deep of a pullback this will be. We don't know if it's going to continue. Heck, are we going to come back down and test these 23,400s? I don't know. You never know. You never know where this market could go. And that's the thing. That's the beauty. One of the beautiful things about trading, right, is we are all here for the ride, and we try and predict it and make money off of fluctuations of the market. Is the dip over? I don't know. Nobody knows, right? But the only thing we can do is do our best to try and position ourselves to take advantage of these movements. So one thing I like to do, I talked about this when I was on air with Jay, I talk about this often, is I like to do measured moves. When the market does sell off, how far does it sell off? And the best way I like to get an estimate is, when we do, how far does it sell off? So I'll go through and I'll measure these moves. I'll measure the moves on these pullbacks and say, okay, here's some decent moves when we've pulled back. And so I'll take these moves right there. I measured 6 of them, and you can go through and measure all of them, but there's some very abnormal volatility that we had back in March and April with the tariffs. So let's just take the most recent ones and say, on average, that's about how far we pulled back. I do this a lot. If you've tuned into slow markets before, you've seen me do this. If this is your first time, welcome. Let me know in the chat if this is your first time. And glad to have you with us. And what I'll do is I'll just place all these right here. These happy little lines, happy little mistakes. Bob Ross here during slow markets. And what we'll do is I like to draw this nice estimate of a possibility of where this market can go, right? This market could definitely continue to sell off down into this zone. Now, just like anything, any support and resistance, I do believe that they're zones, right, where it's not inexact. And you can see that we definitely could see more room. Let's make sure, some more room to the downside. There is room to the downside if this market so wishes. I'm not going to be very aggressive when it comes to buying this market. I'm just moving these out of the way so I could see the wicks of the candles, the whites of their eyes, the wicks of the candles. I'm on one tonight, chat. So we got that pullback, and you can see the lowest we've been of today was down here at these 420s, right? And you can see that there's definitely more room to this downside. I would love to see this market pull back. There is a nice level of support and resistance right here at these 24,100s, 120s. There's a nice level of resistance here at 24,000 even. You can see that it was a nice level of support and resistance around this level. So I don't want to get too aggressive right now saying, hey, we're going to turn around. We're going to turn around. I would much rather see a continued sell-off down here into this zone, and then maybe a reversal pattern, right? Maybe some consolidation, and then a breakout looking for the market to move higher. That's my preferred, right? And in my perfect world, that's what I would like to see. A continuation down, a consolidation or a 3-bar reversal, some type of reversal pattern. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different reversal patterns, or shooting, what do they call it? Not a shooting star, a hammer, technical patterns. I would love to see this market come down to these 24,116s, 24. It's a big zone. It's a big zone, right? And then once we start to see that reversal pattern, be a lot more aggressive to the long side. As of right now, I have to be really neutral, I think. Very neutral, because we could go either way. We've got a decent pullback. So if we measure this from high to low, we've already pulled back about 2.5%, 600 points from the high. So that's already, an okay pullback. We can move that much in a day. We've seen these moves in a single day before. I mean, look at some of these moves that we've had in this market on a single day. Tomorrow, we're getting inflation data, right? See, 2.33% in just one day. We have inflation data tomorrow. So if you take a look at this news calendar, you can see US PCE. We have plenty of inflation data, and then a couple more speakers. But that's going to take that's the spotlight of tomorrow. And tomorrow's Friday. Tonight's price action's Friday. It's the last day of the week. And let's see how it's going to react. If it comes out harder than expected, maybe we can see a push down towards this zone. I would like to see that. Does it mean we can't just keep going lower? No, we could easily come down and test much lower. Or can we just go through and start hitting all-time highs? Sure, why not? Why not? Maybe we just see a lot of consolidation. We're not sure what this market could bring, but in terms of me as a trader, I definitely have to be a lot more neutral right here, just because we could go either direction. I mean, we could always go either direction, but I'm leaning, and what I would like to see is this market see a deeper pullback. Maybe we consolidate here, maybe we push up, but for me to get more aggressive on buying, I need to see this market pull back. But then I get to ask the questions like, well, why don't you sell it then? If you're looking for this market to return here, why wouldn't you get more aggressive selling it? Well, we're still in a bullish market, right? We still have a lot of bullish pressure and bullish momentum because we just hit all-time highs. No more than 4 days ago, we were hitting all-time highs. And sure, you can make arguments now with hindsight looking for more shorts. That's why I said if we get to 600 likes tonight, I will go over 2 trades in depth, 2 trades that I did go take during the New York session. And one of them was a short. Actually, they both were shorts. And so I don't mind taking shorts in this market now that we've kind of slowed down. So let's zoom into an hourly chart and let's talk about some basic price action, some market structure, and some of this. Like I said, 600 likes, I'll talk about it. And it has some of what I'm talking about tonight. So we have that market structure, right? We were making higher lows, higher highs, and then it changed. Then it all changed when we made a lower high, right? So we were going up. Nice trending market. We broke it, and now we are going down. We are now making lower highs and lower lows. So, as we start to zoom in, right, we zoomed in from a daily to an hourly, you could see the current trend, the intermediate trend, not the longer term trend, because as we zoom out, the longer term trend is still up, but the intermediate trend, the immediate trend that we're seeing now is down. We're making lower lows and we're making lower highs. Simple and straightforward. So, as of right now, shorts tend to be, playing, right? I don't mind taking both longs and shorts now in this market. I prefer both. Prefer both, but sometimes shorts are starting to gain momentum. And as we start to zoom in, let's look at more of the support and resistance, right? We look and say, hey, wow, this was acting as support. Well, guess what? Now it acted as resistance. Coach Jay and I, we were talking about this one last night. Jay's like, man, I'd like to short this level because this was support, and now it became resistance. And sure enough, it worked out pretty well. And then again, you could see there's, this was support. Look at all this support right here at this level. Support. Guess what? Support became resistance. I released a video on my Twitter and I talked through this exact thing. I talked through this exact thing, and it became resistance, and we pushed and we went right back down. We went right back down, test it. And we've been seeing more volatility, which I love. As traders, we love this volatility, lots of movements, lots of opportunities in this market again. And then sure enough, we are seeing maybe, is this a lower high? Is this a lower high? Are we going to see another push lower? Maybe. That's the first thing I'm thinking into tonight's price action. Let's zoom in more in depth tonight. Just in tonight's price action, we had that huge rally, and now we kind of drifted up higher into the close. We closed, and we are basically near settlement, negative 0.08. We opened up tonight's price action right around here. We went up, we tested these 660s, made kind of a double top. We broke down, we broke through the pivot, and now we are starting looks like to push lower. We are continuing to push lower. So maybe we do get a retest of the next support. You can see this was a very strong support throughout the New York session. Maybe we see these 590s come into play. We're not too far off. We're not too far off of there. Looking more on the bearish side tonight, it looks like. And we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We will see where it plays out. Let's take a look at gold. Let's take a look at gold. And let's do that same top-down analysis. Same thing. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, we haven't really got as much of a pullback, to be honest. We've been in a much stronger trend here in the NASDAQ. Gold, we had one red day, wasn't very much, and been consolidating. That was one of my trades of, man, it was a beautiful trade last night if you missed it. Let's zoom into an hourly. Not much going on the daily, to be honest. Hourly, very similar. Shout out last night. I mean, if you were here, if you missed it, it was recorded. It was the same thing, right? Nice level of support. Guess what? Support became resistance. I ended up getting short right there, and it paid. I closed it out. I closed it out pretty early. I closed it out for like the 70s right here. So just quick It was just a banger. No, it wasn't up here. It was actually up. It was here. It was there. I was wrong. It was more like this. It was this trade. There to there. It was like to 71. It wasn't as beautiful as that was. That's what the trade was. But still, same idea, right? Support, resistance, and it looks like it just continued to hold. It held again today around noon, and we are pushing back down. So the question is, where do we go from here? See, I don't even remember my trades half the time. I don't even remember my trades half the time. It's short-term memory. Place a trade, win or lose. Next, move on to the next one. And just review at the end of the week or end of the month. So where are we at here on gold? You could tell that these are the high. Is this a decent sized zone? These are the highs. Here's the lows. Buy low, sell high. Are we going to be in this zone for a minute? And we're kind of in the middle. We're right in the middle. So it's hard to pick a direction right now for gold. Overall, we're bullish, right? But it's okay because we can see a bit of a pullback. Maybe we pull back even and test some of these, what used to be resistance. Maybe we could even come down to these 3730s. That could be a possibility, right? So we're right in the middle of this consolidation that we've seen for the past day or so. I wouldn't be surprised if we come down and test the 50s. I wouldn't be surprised if we come back and test these 80s. We were right in the middle. And it's hard to pick a direction here. Maybe it's just a hands-off trade unless we look for some nice scalps and a more zoomed in. This is a 5-minute now. Zooming in, we have a bit of a downtrend. Maybe there's a possibility of a break higher. Maybe a trade higher to come back up and test these 80s. Or find a way to short it on I don't know. Is this a flagging pattern? Test. Maybe a break lower to go down and test these maybe 50s? Maybe come test those lows. Either or, I'm very neutral on gold. Either direction, I'm fine with. We'll watch it tonight. We have about 12 minutes to the top of the hour, so let's get to some questions as I take a moment to get a drink. Let's see. What are some of the questions in the chat? If I missed it, if I missed it, let me know. Can you talk about how to approach scaling into positions? Sure. Am I hands off tonight? So far, yes. Gold's looking attractive. Gold's been providing opportunities every night, it seems like. Some good ones, too. Yeah, I like to wait for technical patterns to scale and scale out. Who's in here for the first time? Who's new to slow markets? And we still got to get to that 600 light gold before the end so I could review some trades. And while I do that, we... always some juicy stuff. I am on the socials. Let's do hashtag slow markets. If you are new, once again, there is my Twitter, my Twix, Twitter X. Just tag me in something. Tag me in a trade. Tag me in a setup. Tag me in your trader station, something, and I can show it on, if I approve it. If it gets approved, I'll be able to show it here during slow markets. There is my Twitter, and of course there is the gram. Whenever I am not on TopstepTV, that is where I am at, and I do share some pretty juicy stuff. If you know, you know, right? If you know, you know. Hey, that's okay, Chart Sniper, you're here. First time, welcome. Me, you're brand new, 51 years old. Welcome. Is it Lecco? First timer. Juan Dakota. Let's go. Let's watch this. And while we do that, I gotta get some music going. I have to get the music playing. Let me know. Give me 1 second. Let me know if it's too loud. Second time, first week. Welcome. How do you deal with market FOMO? It's one of the hardest things to deal with. The emotions, right? FOMO, fear of missing out. And there's also fear of failure too. Someone says too low. Oh, we got to get some better. 1 second. I got to get. The music has to match my vibe, or it just throws me out of my groove. I watch you so I don't lose gains by trading myself. Yeah, FOMO is real. Emotions, fear of missing out, and then there's fear of failure, right? You're scared, you're hesitant to place a trade because you want to feel certain. You need to understand that if you miss a trade, there will be a next. How many times do you see, and you watch me, you watch Jay, you watch some on-air talent where they're sitting there and they just watch a trade run without them? That's one of my that's a hard thing to do. So it's something I did share. I shared it this week, I think. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. I'll find it. It was the two biggest things right here. Here, this I shared it. The two biggest things that helped me I can't even read tonight. Two biggest things that helped my trading over the past 15 years. So I've been trading for almost 15 years. I put 15 years because if you read this in like a month or two, it's probably 15 years. It's rough. I don't have an exact date. But process over profits, right? Being obsessed with the process shifted my focus from dollar amounts to execution and trade management. So that's one. So for example, when I place a trade, you will see me come over here into the settings and I put, instead of dollars, I like ticks or points. If I'm trading the NASDAQ, I'll do points. If I'm trading gold, I'll put ticks. And when I place a trade, I don't see the dollar amounts. I won't see the dollar amounts on screen. And I'll just follow the process, right? Just follow the process. It doesn't matter whether it's 1 micro or 10 minis. You seen me last night, right? I entered into a gold short. I was in 10 minis. And then here on this Topstep account, I was in 3 micros. It didn't matter. It was the same exact process. Just thinking about the ticks, thinking about the execution, the market structure, where I'm getting in, where I'm putting my take profit. It's the same process to make, $100 as it is to make $10,000. So that was the number one. That's number one. Number two is quality over quantity. And this is what matches that question about FOMO or being emotional or hesitant, right? Being selective with trades and practicing patience right here while watching the market move without me. So one of the hardest things to do is, and Coach Jay and Coach Hoop, I know, or Coach Hoop's in the chat sometimes, and even Doom, how many times do you sit there and I've called out some amazing trades while on Topstep TV, but then I missed them, and it sucks. It sucks. It's like this. I'm like, man, maybe we look up, go hit the 80s. If I miss this and the market just jumps and hits the 80s, I called it, right? But I didn't trade it. And sometimes I get that, like, I missed out. But then you just have to realize, like, hey, you know what? There will be one tomorrow. And it's hard to do. It's one of the harder things to do. Story of your life, Doom. Story of your life. Settings and privacy. Yeah, you can change it. You go to settings. Nice thing about Topstep X is everything's just so user friendly. You just click this wheel, this gear, click settings. You go to charts and data, and then you could just change it from dollar to ticks to percent and points. When I'm trading gold, I like ticks. And I hit save. Coach Jay, tell me about it. Yeah, all the time, right? All the time. We, like last night, Coach Jay's like, you should short NASDAQ. You wake up in the morning and NASDAQ's down like 1%. Like, yeah. This gold, it might go without me. We have about 5 minutes until the top of the hour, and I might be missing this trade. I do like long golds, but I want to wait to the top of the hour. So we are starting to break out a little bit here. Devin Haney. Oh yeah, Devin Haney. How's it going, Coach Jay? I think it'd be cool. I'd love to have a Topstep X app. Is there a replay feature? Not yet. I know some of those, an app, the replay, some of those have been requested. Like over here in the support, there's a bunch of requests here, and Topstep's continuing to improve. Like, right? Ooh, alerts is a big one. Alerts is a big one. Bunch of different indicators. Look, market replay data. And yeah, there's a lot that the team and Topstep has been working on, continuing to improve. I mean, there's improvements every single week. I'd be in love when alerts hit. Yeah, a lot of traders have been waiting for that. Building the plane in the air has been going quite good. Replay will be huge. I was down 1,100, made it back plus 320. Not my best day, but I'm glad not to blow your account. Hey, you're green. You're green. It's Friday. You do not want to end a week and end a Friday in a negative. It's hard because over the weekend that's what you'll think about. So let's go through. We'll continue to watch this gold here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I like to trade with a 100 tick chart, and I've been trading micros. Another day in the books. There's this account that I've been trading in front of everybody on TopstepTV, despite the misinformation out there online. If you know, you know. There's always people out there spreading misinformation, but I've been in this XFA, and here's my trading. Been trading this in front of you, and been trading this for almost a month now. So far, so good. Scroll through, and another day in the books. It's been good. All micros, right? This was the trade I took last night. This was a gold trade. Just 3 micros, gold. Didn't even have to start this. Didn't even have to start the day in the negative. That was nice. This month is almost over. We'll see how it goes. We'll watch this. We'll get into maybe a micro trade. If there's a trade set up, I'll take it. But just like those 2 rules I just pointed out, it's quality over quantity. I will trade, and I will place a trade following my process, not because it's for entertainment, right? right? So if you missed it, let me go through it one more time, and then I'll start sharing some of this while we watch gold if there's any setups. Hashtag slow markets. Go ahead and you can tag me on there. Tag me. We'll share your see any good hashtag slow markets, and then trying to get to 600 likes. If I get to 600 likes, I will review a couple trades that I had today in the New York session. And while we do that, let's start sharing. I'll show you an example of what a hashtag slow market is. It's like this. Look at this. So payout requested. Off to a good start in the exit phase. Let's see how long I can keep from doing anything stupid this time around. Stay reasonable size and tracking the base hits. Look, those base hits are paying off. I love to see it. Requesting that payout. Great work, so. Here's another one. Isaiah. Let's go through there. Slow and steady wins the race marathon. No sprint. Yeah, it's definitely a marathon, not a sprint. There's your XFA up $600. Great trading. Looks like you trade the ES. On the mobile too. You're on the mobile. On the mobile. See, I mean, it's not an app, but it's a web based. It's web based, so you could trade on anything with internet basically. If you have the internet. Here's another one. Fortunate enough to have the opportunity to lock in 5 XFAs. Lock in 5x a week with Coach DBA. Learning how to focus on the process. Okay. Wow. Ooh. Oh, I'm struggling over here. Look, there I am. There you are. There I am watching you, and then you watching me watching you. How's that? That's cool. I love seeing that. Process over profits. We're all watching each other. I'm gonna share this. There we go. Good. Love this. Gotta love it. It's weird. Yeah. Dakota DBA Inception. It's Inception, right? Yeah, I'm over here watching you post and watching you trade while you're watching me watching you. Here's another one. I like this one. Well, this was my original setup. Now I have 8. Okay. All right. Count them. There's 4. There's 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 monitors. 11 times the profit. I like the chair though. Got to be comfortable in that chair. Wow. That's a lot of monitors. And then you got the monkey. You got the monkey overseeing everything. It's like some Toy Story stuff. Oh, let's see. There we go. I got like to see that. Okay, here's another one. Okay, we see this one often, but I don't mind showing it. You keep posting it, I'll keep showing it. Always a great setup. This is one of my favorite ones. One of your favorites. Grip South Man Cave trades. Beautiful curved screens. Like the technicals. And then there's your Topstep funded hat. Your payout hat. Let's make sure this... See, this is nice. I like doing this. This is one of my favorite things here. Definitely one of my favorite things. And that same trader. Grip South Florida. Trading. Green on the screen. Man, it's bright. That green is bright. I zoomed in a little too much. So there it is. There's your hashtag slow markets. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Like I said, we're on a march to 600 likes tonight. We were watching gold march a little bit higher. We just a couple minutes past the top of the hour. Not seeing as much volatility as we did last night, but we are seeing some volatility. So there was a long opportunity, right? That would overstimulate you. Just too many monitors. Too many things going on. TopstepTV, slow markets, charts, data, music. How to get that payout hat? Once you've reached $5,000 in payouts, I believe you can request it from the team. Review NASDAQ. Bruno, you got to tune in on time. I review NASDAQ every single night. Not really much has been going on with the NASDAQ. We did start to break down a little bit, and it is making lower lows and a little choppy, to be honest. A little choppy tonight, but we are seeing some volatility, right? Like, look at that move that we just made. It's 20 points up and 20 points right back down. Challenge accepted. Yeah. Let's see. Usually NASDAQ's micros is a lot cleaner on the... Yeah, 100 points up, or 20, not 100, 20 points up, 20 points down. Sellers, they're selling these bounces. Gold is making money for dinner. Let's see. I don't know. We are finding buyers in gold. No dinner money tonight. I was like, but I'm here every day, coach. Coach, we got to get those 600 likes. I get paid in likes, chat. I might not have an affiliate code, but I get paid in likes. If we trade on Google Glasses, can we send a pic? Sure. I don't get it, Richard. Can we do Orit? No. Topstep's not like other prop firms. If you stay tuned to Topstep TV, there's always opportunities like that. Topstep is always providing opportunities for its traders. One of the biggest ones is shout out to my Pop Squad VIP team. We have VIP teams here at Topstep. Probably one of the best. The best. What do you mean? What am I talking about? Not one of the best. Just the best. Is this Coach J? Coach J in the chat. We got to do this one. Coach J in the house. Hashtag slow markets, extended markets, present opportunities. Decent short opportunity in silver on Globex open. Coach J trading silver. Now I'm listening Coach TB on slow markets on Topstep TV. Jay's up here. Just a casual $2,700 in slow markets with wow, okay. Where are you at? Where are you at, Jay? Focused in trading slow markets. Wow. Photoshopped. You know what's wrong? I was gonna say you don't have a low battery power. That's why it's Photoshop. That's why you're saying it's Photoshop, because the battery power is it's full. It's charged. It's charged. Nobody who keeps a full battery. I'll show you what my battery is at. Yeah, I'll show you. My phone battery is at 69%. Yeah, 60. Yeah, it's that number. He said today it's always 20%. Can we copy trade 5 Topstep XFAs, or is it only combines? You could do 5 XFAs here at Topstep. Let's go. Oh, what's going on? My camera just... I need a new camera. Woo. Whoa. Let me just refresh this one. That work? A little better. There we go. It gets out of... I don't know what it does there. It freaks out. Randy H, it's a joke. If you know, you know. For some reason, that number just keeps following me around. Dakota, we need an update on your dating life. There's not much updates. There's not much updates in my dating life. Come on. If there is, I'll let you know. I know that was a big thing. That was a big thing. Me, Baron, Coach Jay, we had a competition to see who could get more girls' numbers when we did a trader meetup. We ended up basically tying. Boo. There's no updates. I'm sorry. There is just no updates. What updates do you want? I got my new ride. I got my new car. It's not a Simfluencer car. It's not a Lamborghini. Come on, focus on these markets, chat. Now on a trend line, time frame higher. Yeah, this is one I told you. We talked about FOMO. We were still talking about FOMO. I'm feeling a little bit of FOMO now, missing out on this gold long. Take a picture of me in my car. We do what do they call it? What's that show called? Pimp My Rides. Pimp My Rides, and I'll take you out to my car, or the new whip. Oh, come on, we're getting a little bit of sell-off here in gold. Is this sell the rally? Is this sell the rally here in gold? What did I get? What do you get? Hey, that's I put my socials in the chat, or my social, like Instagram and Twitter. You should know. You just have to follow me. You follow me, you know these answers, chat. Need an MTV Cribs? It's not flashy. I don't have a flashy lifestyle, everyone. I don't have all these nice cars that you see out there. I don't have all this. This is my car. I got. And this is a fraction of what you see everybody else pay. Paid for by trading. Paid for by trading. Profits. That's not flashy. It's not flashy. It's not. This isn't a $300,000 car. It's one I'm going to keep for the warranty. That's flat. Is that flashy to everybody? That's not flashy. Is it? Is that flashy? It's more than more flashier than the Honda Civic. It's regular, right? It's regular. It's not something where I'll go and I'll take pictures and advertise on it. Like a Lamborghini. Vintage cars, those are in the garage. We are getting that sell-off. Gold's been doing this each night, to be honest. Gold has been doing this. It did this Tuesday when Baron and I was on. We rallied to start the top of the hour, right? Right at 8 p.m. Gold rallied, and now we starting to sell off. So same thing happened tonight. We get a nice little bounce in gold, and now we're starting to sell off again. Yeah, I showed a photo. Now it's a write-off. I need to go talk to my tax expert. Say, hey, is this a write-off now? I talked about it. I showed it. You know, whatever I could do to for those benefits. Write off as much as I can. What else can I show you around here? Gold has lots of new retail traders, so price action getting less clean. Is it? Let's see if we could find a setup here. I'm not seeing a setup yet. NQ selling a little bit. NQ selling a little bit. Okay. We're almost to 600 likes. Like I said, when we get to 600, I'll review a couple trades in depth. Yeah, we are getting that sell-off here. I was looking for a test of these 590s. Got to trade inside it to write it off. Okay, well let's go. Tomorrow, slow markets. No. Sunday night, we're trading from the car. We got to trade from the car for it to be the write-off. That's my new office. All right, let's see. We get some more. Oh man. I was gonna say make a video and it's done. Yeah, dude, Lord. All right, seeing that sell-off here in the NASDAQ. Let's go back over to gold. That sell-off in gold. That was the trade. That was the trade. Tuesday, Wednesday, and tonight, where we get a nice bounce in gold and we just short it. That short opportunity. It's monthly deduction. I actually paid cash for it from my trading. Beamer. Yeah. Anybody take that short gold? I wonder, is Baron and Jaron. Jaron definitely had to have caught a piece of that one. Past your combine day. Well, great work. In the short, yes. Let's see. Gold's continuing to sell off here. Took a short at 81. Great entry if you got 81. Short. Does that count for anything? Always. When is the next VIP? Tune in TopstepTV. They'll announce it at the end of the season. Usually a season's about 3 months. We've been going about halfway through now. I did while listening. Hey, great work. See, I'm getting FOMO. Yeah, I mean, you get FOMO no matter what, right? Me too. I get FOMO all the time. And don't expect FOMO to go away. You should always get FOMO, which is normal, right? Getting emotional. The biggest question is you don't want to act upon it, right? You could feel emotional. You could feel like you want a revenge trade. You could feel FOMO and all those emotions. The big difference is just not acting on it. Just not acting on it. Someone says, you don't believe that my phone is at 69%. No, you don't believe my phone? Yeah, it's just, you can read it. It's the power, battery power. You asked me, just that number is always, the number's always just around. Liquidity sweep, long at 10, 11. Yeah, I missed both good trades. Might call it a night. Hey, that's okay. If you miss a trade, you don't have to call it a night. It's Friday's price action. Gold continuing to sell off here. Great short. Who's ever in a short? Yeah. Alterize. Slowly becoming a fan of Dakota. Thanks, JT. Ask. Were you not a fan before? Do you know how I've talked to a lot of people lately that was messaged me and has sent me messages that's like, hey, I didn't like you before, but you know, after a while tuning everybody else out, I'm starting to realize that a lot of it was just BS. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, because I've seen small clips of you and I've listened to what others said, and most of it is not even true. I'm like, well, good. I'm glad you could think for yourself a little bit. Now you really don't like me. Hey, not my problem. You don't have to like me, but if you learn and you become successful and you trade, if I help you there, okay. Yeah, that's all that matters. Love me, hate me. Hopefully I could help you. Hey, if you find success from learning and you're able to learn something from slow markets, make all the money, and still don't like me, I don't care. I accomplished my job. My job's to help as we watch gold sell off. Jay, you're gonna, yeah. Coach Jay, big ass BNLs. Yeah. Let the numbers speak. As we're watching gold sell off, and it's gaining track. This is almost identical trade of last night. Is it not? This would have been identical to last night. Yeah. Look at that. Picture perfect. Short 79, buy it 70s. Like or not is not important, but respect me. Let's keep going. 70s. Can we see these? Can we see the 60s come into play? Do you have group coaching or trade slow markets with whoever wants to join? This is it, right? You guys get to see me. I am on Topstep TV during the day show, and then I have my slow markets. This is how I come in. Join me in the chat. Ask me questions. Tune in, and I do my best to answer questions, demonstrate trading, demonstrate technicals, the way I view these markets, on and off the charts, psychological side. And of course, I can't cover everything all the time every day, but I try and give as much as I can during the time I do have when I'm on air. And I'm not the best teacher, but I like to try and show by demonstrating. And then I have my VIP team, of course. I also try and share stuff on social media, and like on Twitter, Instagram now. If I see something, I like made a 3-bar reversal video, I still need to get out there. A couple other things that, hey, advice, what I've learned, what I've done this. A lot of it's psychological though. You learn best by seeing. Yeah, I learn a lot by seeing as well. I'm a visual learner. Any tips to maintain the Express account help? Small size. Like I said, I love to show by example. And this XFA, this Express account, that's what I've been doing, right? I'm doing this. There's not a lot that I've seen on social media that's been able to maintain a single account for very long. And the main reason for this is usually size, right? Smaller size, micros, base hits. Everyone strives for flashy P&L, right? Thousands and thousands. I made $10,000 today. I'm amazing. But that's not how you get from point A to point B. It's just base hits. Not every day is going to be green like this. This is unrealistic. I kind of was... There needs to be some red days sprinkled in here every once in a while. So definitely there'll be some red days. This is not the best when it comes to realistic expectations, but in terms of consistency and smaller size, sure. Just micros. Micros is all you need. Micros and base hits. When will I transition to minis? Probably in a couple months. I like to have at least 2 solid months of data. 2 solid months of data. Yep. Because markets change. Look, now we're breaking through. Gold's at 37.69. Let's see if we could break through these 69s or hold them. Passed my first combine, but can't activate till paycheck tomorrow. Hey, don't have to rush. You do not need to rush to activate it. See any more setups? We're watching. We're watching these markets together. Yeah, we need. Do I buy it? Do I buy this? Buy limit 37.69.4. We're only down 0.04, 0.05. There's a lot more room to the downside. Showing the ES. Let's see how's NASDAQ reacting off this. NASDAQ's pushing into these 90s. We still haven't got to 600 likes, chat. So we're about 100 or so likes away, and I'll review a couple trades in depth that I did take. Some good trades, amazing trades. So much slower than last night in gold. Is it really? Last night we did get a move. It's about the same, right? I mean, this was last night's price action during slow markets. And we're starting to see the similar. This is a bigger sell-off than last night so far. Now, it can change. Oh, here we got another one. We got Robbie. Hashtag slow markets. Short gold 3-bar reversal at resistance. DBA concepts. Slow markets. In your XFA, I see that 3-bar reversal. That 3-bar reversal, you got in short right at that 3-bar reversal. And look at that. Great work. Great work. See, that's all I want. That's all I want to see. I want to see traders just doing really well. Doing really well. And this isn't new stuff. This stuff's been around for a long time. 3-bar reversal, that's been around before I was born. Just simplicity, understanding basic ideas, trade management, risk management, and the biggest thing is just emotions. Likes on Insta? No, right here. Look, see if we get 600 likes right here on the YouTube, right here on Topstep's YouTube. Post my trade on X slow markets. What do you mean X slow markets? You'll need to tag me on the X on Twitter. It's a lot quicker for me to see and review before bringing it on air. Dakota, I'm old enough to be your grandfather. Okay, I've been following you in Topstep for about 6 months. I have found you to be the most humble person I've ever encountered. You're very sincere. Sometimes I don't feel as humble, but I really appreciate it. I try my best. I really do believe that being humble is something that you just don't learn. It's something that you have to keep working on. Because you can have, yeah. I like a bounce here in gold. I'm a little hesitant on the bounce because we're right at settlement here. This is a nice level of support, so I do agree that we could bounce, but we could also break through this and be down into these lower 60s really quick. Remember, if we zoom out, if we zoom out, oh, that's not the one I was wanting to do. And at the beginning of class, I do a rapid fire. And on this higher time frame, this hourly time frame, I was looking at this upper level to be support or resistance, and this lower level to be support. So resistance, support, and we're right in the middle of that. And so it's hard to take a trade in either direction. When we were up here, that was the obvious short, right? Now with the power of hindsight, it's, that was obvious, it's short. And now I would be hesitant to buy or sell it until we get down here, maybe until these 50s. If we do get down there, I don't know. Maybe we don't. Let's zoom into a 5-minute chart. We are starting to get the bounce, right? Right at that level. So far, so good. 69 is held. 69 held. Let's go. And we're getting a lot of submissions tonight. A lot of submissions. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's go with the what is my Insta? My Instagram's right there. Okay, gold short tonight. Man, look at these traders. Everyone is doing really well trading this besides me. Why am I not partaking? What's going on here? Short micro gold from 37.80. Yeah, see? Look, another one. Am I the only one? See, I get FOMO too. Why did I could have. I'll live vicariously through everybody. Yeah, look at this. Traders just taking it. Look, here's another one. Here's another trader. Wow. This trader, micro gold long before the sell-off, locked myself out until the AM. Great work. Another one. Great work. Are you taking any trades tonight? I missed an opportunity. I would love to trade. If there is an opportunity, I will take it. Will I force it? No. Nope, I will not force anything. No soup for me. No, not yet anyway. I'll practice patience. It's Friday. I will be on tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time as I was on today. Remember, it's Friday. I'm not in a big hurry to jump into trades. Quality over quantity. I missed a trade. That's okay. I'm not gonna FOMO. I'm not gonna try and jump into it. See anything on the NASDAQ? Yeah, we could go through this, get to some questions. We're almost to 600 likes now. We got to 550. We did hit these 590s, but still not seeing anything. This is that level of support. I wouldn't be surprised if this held as support again. But we know what happened last night, right? Last night we had this big sell-off. And if you were tuning in at the very beginning of class, I do that rapid fire where I review the NASDAQ and gold. It is recorded, so you can rewatch it. I am looking for a possibility of this market to continue lower. But you know how everybody should know I'm a perma bull for now. I do believe that in the long term, equities go up, but I'm not prone to like seeing sell-offs and taking advantage of shorts. It's just on a long-term perspective is a lot different than day trading it, right? So we'll see if that. I'm hesitant to be long the NASDAQ right now. We are continue to watch this gold. Yeah, Tristan says it's nice not to be trading all-time highs. Yes, I agree. We have market structure to have reference for trades and to manage risk, and I love it. I love that we are off our all-time highs a little bit so that we can look to our left and see market structure and place trades off of it. Manage risk, see support, see resistance. Thank you. It's making an even maybe it's making an even right shoulder. What do you mean by that? Gold at 378. 270.80. How do you prevent early entries? You wait for confirmation. Brian, I'm not sure what you mean by preventing early entries. You should be following your setup. If you follow your setup or your process, then you'll know yourself whether it's an early or late entry. Do you trade crypto? I don't, but every once in a while I'll look at Bitcoin. Should we take a look? Should we do it? Should we take a look at Bitcoin? Bitcoin had a decent sell-off today. Yeah, let's look at this. Look at that sell-off in Bitcoin. That was a decent sell-off. I know MicroStrategies today did take a hit. MicroStrategies is very correlated to Bitcoin, and it seems like. And yeah, it did take a hit. I'm curious to see, will Bitcoin hold this 9,000, this 109,000 level? Maybe we break through it. Maybe we come, heck, maybe we test 100,000 here on Bitcoin. That is the big psychological level, 100,000. Maybe we sell off and go test it. I don't know. That'd be interesting. But other than that, I don't really trade Bitcoin. I mean, you measure this from a percentage base. That's 5% move right there. There's another 5% move. So we're getting, Bitcoin's volatile. You can trade Bitcoin here at Topstep. Bitcoin futures. You can also trade currency futures. Myself, I have been sticking to the NASDAQ and have been sticking to gold. Is that a 3-bar reversal on gold in the 5-minute? Yes, it is. If you like longs, yes, that definitely can be a 3-bar reversal on a 5-minute chart. But why would I not take it personally? Sure, it could be valid and it might work. I personally will not take it just because I need to take into context that higher time frame, right? Being right in the middle of this range, I don't really want to be in any direction, right? So I would pass on it, even though it could very well work out. I just don't like this setup. What's GC doing? Well, we're looking at it right here, right now. This is gold. This is gold. Locked out. Plus 750 till the AM. Nice work, Robbie. Thanks for the guidance. Google Lank with Pat McPhee. Okay. I will Google that. Google Lank with Pat McGee. Okay. After slow markets, I'll be Googling Lank. L-A-N-K. We respected the 770s low on the 5-minute so far. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we held. We respected. We didn't respect 770. We actually respected 69. I was long short, but I canceled it. Okay, what does that mean, Guardian? I was long short. Yeah. It bounced off the VWAP. NQ pop. NQ pop. Yeah, NQ bounced right off those 90s. All right, chat. Gold ranging. Yeah, we're not going anything now, right? Maybe consolidating for another breakdown. Is that possible? He was short, long short. When someone tells me they're long short, I think of us influencers out there on the social media world. Where they have like the very zoomed in screenshot, like, hey, here's my P&L today, and it's just very zoomed in, and it's just this huge list of accounts, and it's like 100 accounts, 100 P&L. So I made $1 million. It's like $20 times 50 or whatever. Some of them long, some of them were short. Who knows? Buy my book. Yeah, buy my book. Buy my book. Dakota, quick question. I've been green for 16 out of 17 days, and I average 3 trades per day, but every first trade is red. Don't take the first trade. Hey, I was doing the same thing. right? You look at my stats. I've been doing pretty well, but same thing. It's usually my first trades were red. My first trades. All right, that one was red. First trade's red. Where's more? First trade's red. Oh, that one was green. Yeah, first trade's red. Doesn't mean take the first trade at all. Hey, you're ending. You're ending in the green. That's all that matters, right? Gold short. We might get some continuation, but we're right in the middle, so it's hard to say. It could be that easy. Well, sometimes it can be. Richard says, it's weird when you watch YouTubers hide their so-called... Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why hide it? Yeah, there's no reason to hide it. Hey, you know what? It's time for me to go off. We're going to go off with some Latin music here in the background. I've caught a lot of crap for going on the shoulder tap chat. I got a lot of crap for going on the shoulder tap. But I don't mind that. I don't. I really don't. I don't. I don't mind it. And that's why I posted this. Because it means a lot. I've accepted the more I put myself out here, the more people will try and tear me down. The thing is, I don't mind. All you have to do is go through my history and not blindly listen to those that are thirsty for clicks, views, and codes. I shared my statements, showed prop firm payouts. I traded live and I shared it. You seen me, you trade. I traded last night. I show everything in front of you. I volunteered to be on shoulder tap when needed. And what I mean by that is I got risk management team. When I suck, when I struggle, the risk management team, they're like, hey, you know, we need to do this. And I'm like, okay, I have to be on shoulder tap live. I'm perfectly fine sucking it up, putting my face on camera, and just taking what it needs to be. It happened to me last year. If you guys who was around might remember, Mick, one of the main risk managers at the time, he had an amazing mustache, and you know him. But same thing happened. I was in my live account here at Topstep, and I slept through an alarm. I held a 30 or 15 minis through a news event. It was not intended, okay? I ended up taking a $20,000 loss. $20,000 loss. And so they reached out to me and they're like, hey, do you want to be on TopstepTV on shoulder tap? I'm like, yeah. You know, if anybody else, like, I'm on TopstepTV during the ups when I'm making money and I have a great trade. I'm on TopstepTV. And you see video clips of me online when I'm having great trades. And you need to see everything else, right? When I have bad trades, you need to see that too. Because that's part of showing by doing, right? So after taking a $20,000 loss, they're like, hey, get on shoulder tap. And then sure enough, Mick's like, hey, you know, tap my shoulder. I can't remember the exact conversation because it was a year ago. So the same thing happened this year. Same thing happened this year is I was in live account. I was struggling. And they're like, hey, Dakota, you need to withdraw the rest of your money. And we need to put you back into a simulated environment. And then you're like, you know, you're right. You're right. I was like, okay, well, let's do this. Go back to a simulated account. And then once you're ready, we're going to bring you on to shoulder tap. And we're going to tap your shoulder again. And so I did. What was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? I got on shoulder tap with Baron. And, hey, let me have it. That's the truth. Hey, you've been struggling, so we had to do this. And that's something you don't see. And that's probably something you won't see anywhere else. And I took in a lot of crap for it. Like, well, that's just part of it. That's part of it. That's why I said transparency and authenticity threatens many in this industry and will bring out some of the worst. So I've gotten a lot of crap, but I don't mind. I don't mind that. That's part of showing by doing. Dakota, how do you know if it's possible to set up charts to be multiple monitors? To open another browser tab? Yeah, just open another tab. How many points of profit would you typically go for with a 30 mini lots? It depends on the trade setup. I'll have to find some. Hey, I was on slow markets a few times trading 30 lots for 30 contracts with Coach Jay. It is recorded. I'll have to go back and find some videos of when I was in some bigger positions to show you. Purple tip, why did you get crap for doing the right thing? Well, because I'm Coach Dakota, and apparently a coach can never have a drawdown. That's why. Yeah, 30 minis. It's all relative. Yeah, win or lose, share all. Purple tip. I was just reading the username, okay? We got a few minutes here. You got a few more minutes. Tuesday and Thursday, I've been ending a few minutes early. Misery loves company. How do you think the market will react to a government shutdown? I think the government shutdown would not affect the markets too much. How many government shutdowns have we went through? The government and the markets just bounce back. Lots of keyboard workout. I mean, that's part of, like I said, I joined Topstep to help other traders, and the only way I have been able to do that successfully, I love to show by doing and teaching. And in trading, you go through the ups and you go through the downs. And in order for me to really show by doing is to show it. And when I go through it, right, I'll go through those ups. You get to see this. I show this. I like showing this. Look, this is nice. This feels good to show a winning streak. But then when I'm in a losing streak and I lose, I just have to show that too. And of course, I don't want to come on here and be like, I just lost all this money. But I showed it, right? I show it on my social media. If you look through my social media, yesterday I lost $9,000 in one day. I posted it. Well, guess what? Today, I made $10,000 in one day. So you take the good with the bad. Always. Losing is part of the game. And as much as we love sports analogies, here's my best and my favorite sports analogies when it comes to realistic expectations. Before we end it here, is as a basketball player, right? Or as any sports player, right? Say basketball player or football player, NFL, NBA. Especially the NBA, right? Let's just say for this reference, NBA. Michael Jordan, right? Best player ever. Everyone thinks he's the GOAT, right? Best player ever. Does he go into an NBA season saying, I'm going to win every single game? I'm going to win all 82 games? No way. Michael Jordan, you realize every single season, you're not going to win every single season. And it needs to be looked at the same. You're going to have losses even though you want to win. Even if you play, I played my best, right? I followed the game plan. I followed the process and we lost. No matter how great you are. And it might suck, right? But you don't change the thing that you're doing. It doesn't change you as a trader or a player. But even the best that's ever done it will find losses, will have losses. Tiger Woods took losses. Michael Jordan took losses. It's just the reality, right? Same with trading. Every single day you go into trading, you want to win every single trade, but then you just need to know that you're going to have losses. That's the reality of it. You just need to have enough confidence in your trading system and in your process that in 3 months from now, you're going to come out with a positive expectancy. It's like, yeah, I lost today. All right, let's see how tomorrow brings. And then if you lose tomorrow, then just let's see what the next day brings. And then the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And you just keep going. And you just keep going. Because this is a marathon. You want to be a trader. This is like a career. You don't just give up. You don't have look at one day as a failure. You don't look at 1 week as a failure. You're looking at this a year from now, 2 years from now. Am I keeping this account alive for another year or two? Or is this just going, we're just going to lose it, right? It's the truth. We did get to 600 likes, so Sunday I will review it. We don't have enough time. We didn't get to the 600 likes soon enough, but we did get to them. So Sunday night, I will review the trades in depth because I got to keep my promise. So that being said, I will be on Topstep TV tomorrow. Tomorrow, me and Coach Jay, hopefully I'm pronouncing this name correct, Yusuf, for trading with Topstep for the, what are we calling this? VIP Lounge. It's at 11:15 a.m. Central Time. Me, Jay, and Yusuf. Tomorrow morning, we have Dominic and Alfie is joining Fast Markets. That's going to be a good one. And then, of course, the fun reversal challenge is Braden, Mandy, Mohammed, Dobie, and Andre. So it's Friday. Trade well. You don't have to blow anything when it comes to your account. If you're down just a little bit or up, maybe you just lock it out. Enjoy a weekend. We do have, before I end it, one more thing. Don't forget, please understand there's inflation data coming out 7:30 a.m. Central Time. That can move these markets. Highly recommend, even though you can trade it, don't trade it. Don't have a position going into it. So take care, everybody, and enjoy your weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you Sunday night where I review those trades because you guys provided the 600 likes. Thanks, everybody. Bye.